Good morning, fellow Biafrans. Good afternoon, good night, good evening, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. My name is Mazi Iyke. I hail from Newi. Newi is in Newi, province of Biafra land. One more time, this is Radio Biafra USA 2, and you're all welcome to another edition of live broadcast from New York City. We are broadcasting under the auspice of our mother station, Radio Biafra London. Our leader's name is Mazi Nnamdi. Before we proceed, let us all bow our heads and pray. Let us pray.
Without whom we cannot function, and unto him we give every honor and every adoration wherever you are. I will ask you, if you are in the spirit, to remain so. If you are outside the spirit, we ask you to come into it. Because what we are preaching from here is a gospel of redemption, as directed by Chukwukika himself in heaven. And this very gospel, we must preach it. Therefore, we must pray. We give thanks unto thee, O Elohim, for there is none like thee. There can never be any like thee. You are the beginning and the end. You are the Alpha and the Omega. Our lives are in the palm of your hands. We commit all that we are unto thee. We have come as the ancients did before us, as our ancestors did before we came, to offer praise and adoration unto your holy name and no other. For we do not worship any idol. We do not worship anything born of a human being. We do not worship anything carved out of a tree. We do not bow down before anything molded with the hands of men. It's only thee that we worship. That is why we have come this very evening on this hallowed platform that you yourself created, to offer you unadulterated praise and to hand over to thee all that we can ever become, because Biafra is yours. This very family of IPOB, you molded yourself. You decreed that IPOB must come, and now that we have come, that we may worship thee, O Elohim, please accept our offering of praise and sacrifice unto your holy name, because there is no other like thee. We will continue to adore thee. We will continue to worship thee. And as I said before, and I will reiterate, as we pray unto thee, that Biafra is your possession, we will sacrifice Biafra unto thee, that you may guide us in all that we do. It's only you that sees the hearts of men. If there is anything that we are hiding, if there is anything that we have concealed from our people, oh Elohim, you will judge us very harshly. But if our hands are clean, our hearts very pure, you will bless IPOB, and you will bless me, and you will bless my family, because it's a promise from you. All our hope and our trust is upon thee. May your name be glorified. May you be exalted. May you, O Elohim, be praised. Now and forevermore we pray. Iyke, Iyke, Iyke.
That was created. I learned that this morning. God did not create the zoo. Therefore, there is no way God can bless it. It's impossible. Impossible. That hopeless entity that people today say they are very proud to belong to was created by a white man. His name is Frederick Lugard. This man is not from Biafra land. This man is not Hausa Fulani. This man is not Yoruba. But there are some people from Black Africa who are willing to go to war to defend what a white man created out of their own subjugation. Who did not create it? A white man did. You asked the white man to go, the white man left and went back, but you retained every vestige of subjugation left. So you can read and write, claiming they are PhD holders, but lack rudimentary, or what I would call common sense. They don't understand how to structure a society. Our forefathers were better political thinkers and philosophers more than the fools that gave us the zoo called Nigeria. They couldn't have come up with a in case you can go quiet. Never in their lives. Instead, what they did was to surround themselves with the military and the police. Instead, what they did is to ensure the subjugation of their own people by bringing money abroad and banking it abroad, and people are wallowing in abject poverty. There are many things wrong with the way that a black person reasons that sometimes I wonder if some of them are human beings at all or not. I wonder seriously. I don't think so, in my opinion. There is no need, there is no reason why they got independence from a country where the police do not carry guns on the street. Upon becoming independent, these band of vandals and animals created a police force. A police should be a civil service, not a force. It's civilian. They created a police force. They created mobile police, the riot police. They created the army. They created the navy. They created everything you can think about, the Air Force. They created all this rubbish in order to perpetuate themselves in power, in order to continue lying to you, in order for them to master everything that is to do with violence, to kill you and to subjugate you. The white man came, turned us into slaves, subjugated us, took away all our natural resources, and when they were going, they gave power over to a set of black people again, continuing even worse subjugation of their own people. And you're telling me these people are human beings? Is that what you're telling me? That somehow black people in Africa are normal people? Yes, is that what you want me to believe that? If they are normal, they have to prove it. The only way for you to prove that you're not a monkey is by going and getting Biafra. If Biafra doesn't come, you are an animal. Biafra is the only justification you have to exist as a human being. Anybody saying that he or she is a Nigerian, that person is worse than a fool. He asked me this morning here, why do you call them animals? I said, because they accepted a name given to them by somebody else. Only a dog and a cat can do that. A white man came from Scotland, said your name is Nigeria, you accepted it without asking questions, which goes to show that your brain is not working properly. Had your brains been working properly, you will say no, that this is my name. After all, you answer Ahamefula. My name should not be lost. By answering Nigeria, you have abandoned your name, you have abandoned your traditions and your heritage. That is what Biafra is here to reverse. Everybody can gang up against us if they wish. But we want to make this victory in such a way that everybody who is a Biafran will worship God forever and ever. Because the delivery of Biafra from bondage, the extrication of the children of the Most High God, Chukwu Abiyama, from that very abominable entity, will indicate to you once and for all that indeed Chukwu Abiyama is a Biafran. The world is about to see something they've not seen before. That Biafra must emerge. We must come to exist. We are not going to ask for anything that doesn't belong to us. We are not asking for any territory or resources. All we are asking them to do is to leave us alone. The same way we were before the British came. We have the documentation to prove that we never gave the British the consent to form one Nigerian place. We have the documents. The documents we signed with them was to trade with Royal Niger Company. We never gave them the consent to go and form Nigeria. This is one thing that the so-called band of Nigerian intellectuals never ever bothered to ask themselves, including the Yorubas, Iyke in particular. Did we give our consent to look at to go and form Nigeria? The answer is no, we did not. Where did they derive the authority to go to form that zoo? Why did they hand over to a group of black men that continued the same slavish mentality impacted upon them by their masters? No wonder they are incapable of civilization. They are incapable of human development. The one in Lukman, I understand, is here. Is that not correct? The son is here, dancing from one nightclub to another.
They are still fighting. The same people that claim they are fighting corruption are the same people today snatching ballot boxes. They are the ones emptying the treasury, driving the money to Tinubu's house in Lagos to be shared amongst voters. They are the same people this very day giving money to people to vote for them. But they have come to fight. We keep selling ourselves short all the time. When I say it, there was a German reporter that came to my house in 2017 when I was released from prison. After interviewing me, he wrote a report for Deutsche Welle in Germany and said to them that I'm a racist. And I said to them, if defending my people is racism, then I will gladly answer to the name a racist. And I will tell you why. What do you think the cabal is doing in the zoo? Do you think they love you? We called for election boycotts to achieve something. To show them how powerful we are, to show them how powerful you are, to prove to the zoo that Ipob is the greatest, most formidable freedom-fighting outfit in the whole world. Bar none. Bar none. When we started, they called us miscreants, jobless. I like that word, miscreant. I like unatotanant. The whole world is listening to us. They call all of you miscreants. The day they referred to this great family as miscreants, I knew that was the end of the zoo. Who is our UK coordinator? He's a what? An orthopedic surgeon. Do you know of any Fulani orthopedic surgeon? I will ask again. Do you know of any Fulani orthopedic surgeon before? Al-Majri is calling an orthopedic surgeon a miscreant. Then you judge for yourself who the miscreant is. Did they conduct elections today in the zoo? Is that in elections? We determined that it should be that way. Listen very, very carefully to me. This great family called IPOB determined that the outcome of the zoo elections will be marred with violence and mayhem. Inconclusive. That's what they will say tomorrow. How did we make it possible? Because we knew from the beginning. When they heard about our boycott, APC, the governing party, was very pleased. I said in IPOB, I always have three plans. Top, you only know one. In this case, boycott. Uchemefo knows two. By virtue of the authority you gave me, I am the only person that knows all three. When the history of
They brought every Igbo elder, every Biafran elder that I respect to pressure me to call it off, and I said no. Until you sign my documents for me. And that very document was duly signed. And we have it. Once they signed the document, I lifted the boycott to achieve two things that some of you may not know. If we had gone ahead with the boycott, our land would have been divided. Do you know that? Because our people are Republicans by nature. What we'll be hearing is that understand me very well. The other thing that it did was to ensure that nobody will blame us for what is happening today in the zoo. Had we not lifted the boycott, every violent act, every mayhem, every bombing, every killing will be attributed to Ipob. Some people were complaining back home. As in Anima and I lift the boycott, you can't apologize with PVC. I said, that's where you got it wrong. You don't understand that when you're going to war, you have different approaches. It is not everybody today who is part of our security back home. Some people are in the media, as Carol said. Some people will work for our women. Some of you are coordinators. Some of you are standing guard to them, making sure that we are safe. Let those that have the PVC go and represent your interest. You don't have to be there. Understand this logic very simply. If you have PVC or not, it doesn't matter. Those that have their PVCs have covered you. Are you aware of that? You that did not collect your PVC, you made it possible also for the agreement to be signed. Do you understand what I'm saying? To prove to them that without guns and bullets, we will collapse the zoo. If they had known that I would call off the boycott, the elections wouldn't have continued. They would have stopped. But I lifted the boycott when it was too late for them to do anything about it. The only alternative left for Jubril is to introduce murder, to introduce chaos, to introduce mayhem. And that's what they're doing today. But one fact is very clear. Those that doubted us before when we call Nigeria a zoo, would they doubt us anymore now? Will they doubt us anymore again? Have you seen how many people they've killed? Some of you are not on social media. Go and have a look. When we told them that the zoo cannot conduct elections, nobody wanted to believe us. But it's now very clear for the whole world to see that Nigeria is unworkable. Nigeria is unworkable. Anybody who believes in Nigeria with any sense of sincerity needs medical help. When I spoke about Jubril, I told the whole world about Jubril. In Israel, I had a meeting with very important people. When I go to such meetings, I don't go alone. I take other people with me. And I asked the lady, do you know who Buhari is? She said But of course, he's dead. Who knows he's dead? And I said to her that in the zoo, they don't believe that Buhari is dead. And she asked me, why are they finding it difficult to believe? I said, because they know if they concede that Buhari is no more, the zoo will no longer exist. That means they've been living a lie. That means they brought in this man from Sudan to impersonate a whole president of the country. And who are those involved in the conspiracy? I will tell you. The Hausa Fulani cabal that governs your life. Those that can appoint any security chief without anybody talking about it, there's nothing you can do about it. They can appoint whoever they like. INEC is Fulani. Customs is Fulani. Police is Fulani. Immigration is Fulani. NNPC Fulani. Navy Fulani. Where there is no stream, ordinary stream in the desert, is a naval commander. Only in the zoo. They conspired with Yoruba media. Because an enemy of my enemy is my. That was what they did. Yoruba media decided to run against the Jubril story, knowing fully well that any credible expose on Jubril will bring the zoo to an end. And they don't want the zoo to come to an end because they are benefiting from it. That was why some of our brothers, those that collected amnesty money and sold themselves and not us. This is one thing they never understand. All the oil that fuels the economy of the zoo comes from our land, isn't it? Is it therefore appropriate that all the headquarters of the oil companies are located in Yoruba land? There is a man called Akinola Aguda. You may not know him. Do you know him? Do you know him? He was the Yoruba man that chaired the committee that saw the transfer of the capital of the zoo from Lagos to Abuja. And one day we are doing it. Akinola Aguda extracted from Ibrahim Badamosi Bwangida and the Fulani elite that every seaport in Biafra land will be closed. Only Lagos will be open if they want the capital to move to Abuja. And they agreed. They agreed. So you don't know that before. Now you know. Akinola Aguda was the man responsible for making sure that Iguacha seaport is not working, Warri seaport is not working, Calabar is not working. And some of our people can still stand up and tell me that there is something different about one Nigeria. And not only that, after shutting down your seaports, you go to Lagos to clear your goods or your cars. And then they use the same Fulani custom men that you paid in the wharf, they line them on the road again, all the way to your village. Collecting money from us as we go past each and every checkpoint. When you complain, you go to the commissioner of police in your state or to the DPO. The same DPO is from Fulani. In our own land. None of the people attempting to fault IPOB strategy can tell us today what they have done for our people. As I said, when the terms and conditions that they signed up to are published, most of them will commit suicide. I assure you of that. I have been saying it and I keep saying it. I have met many people. We have discussed Biafra. They have asked me what will it take, and I challenge anybody to go and ask any of them. What my response has always been. This thing that my people people want must be done. Nobody can ever tell you that Nnamdi Kanu asked for this or for that. When Otis Okalo came to prison to see me, have I told you before what we discussed? I will tell IPOB UK today. Otis Okalo asked me to abandon Biafra agitation. That anything I want can be given to me. I have witnesses. And I asked him, how do you intend to emancipate our people? And he suggested full participation in the politics of the zoo. And I said to him, let us assume that I agree with you. What do you think is the pressing need now for a Biafran in the zoo? Or for an Igbo man to be very particular. He said we need presidency. Listen very carefully. And I said to him, since you have honored me by coming here to see me and by recommending we join zoo politics, please go amongst all of you, the errand boys that call themselves elite. Go and bring out one person amongst all of you. Say this is our presidential candidate. If you do it, I will support you and that very person. Do you know what he told me? That it is not possible. Go and ask. I said, go and produce somebody, and I said to him, have you seen how you have sold yourself so cheaply? When I was arrested on the 14th, it was October, wasn't it? 2015. IPOB all over the world rose. We blocked Head Bridge on it for 4 days. No traffic. I never paid anybody to do that. IPOB recognized what I represented. I knew that if they don't do anything, the zoo will insult me. IPOB blocked Bridge on it. Obasanjo said give them presidency. Babangida said give them presidency. All it would have taken was for Hanasa to rise up and to say that what IPOB says is correct. That's all it would have taken. And the zoo will be gone for good. When that time came, then I was as they normally do. How can people be there and this small boy is telling you people what to do? Instead of fighting the zoo that is killing us, they left the zoo, they started to attack Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. You know what they did very cleverly? That offer of presidency, they withdrew it and put it in their pocket. And say we now have them where we want them. Let them go and be fighting amongst themselves. Now they abandoned what they were supposed to be doing and started fighting me and IPOB. That was how your presidency went through the window. And I went to Enugu to see Nyawodo. I can't go too much in Abali. I've come to greet you. He asked me, how are we going to do this thing? And I said to him, go I never change. I don't change. Very, very consistent. He said I should call off election boycott in Anambra, and I said to him, use it as a leverage. Go to Hausa and tell them that these people are saying no. Give me something to take back to them. Understand the language. Give me something. And they asked me what is that something, and I gave them this list. Was formed in 2015. It has never changed. I gave him the same list. Say, take it to them. They must give us something now before we lift any boycott, isn't it? They refused. Anambra elections. This thing we are doing now, we've done it before. In case you don't know, let me remind you. November of 2017, we did exactly the same thing. Rather than coming to sign the agreement, they brought army to come and kill me and to kill Ipob. These are Igbo men. I asked them, what did I do to you? They said he doesn't listen to elders. I said, but me too, I am an elder. I said to Niawad and the governors of the southeast, go to Abuja, tell them IPOB said no until they concede to our demands. Why should an international flight take off from Kebbi, a place that nobody even remembers? But not Calabar, Margaret Ebo International Airport. When you board Ethiopia Airlines sometimes from Enugu, you stop in Kano, stop over before you continue your journey. But international flights can fly into Jeba, they call it or whatever nonsense is called, in the north. Do you know how many international airports they have in the north? You don't know. It's over 10. Over 10. I asked them to upgrade Enugu Airport to the same standard as Lagos. I asked them to open Iyke Seaport. I asked them to build all our roads. Iyke, Enugu, Anisha, Omaya, Uwere. Is that a bad thing? These are simple things that can be done. And I said to Niawod, if you cannot take this simple demand to Abuja, I don't know what you're doing here. I can't understand it. Is it difficult that you want your roads built, you want your airports opened, you want your seaports opened? Is that too big a thing to ask for? The alternative was to come and kill me. They came. And as they say, the rest is history. They came to my house to kill me. They didn't succeed. The next place they saw me in was in Israel, in Jerusalem, when I was praying. Online. And I said to them, if you manage to cross Badagry without passport and survive it, then you will know what it means to travel to Israel without a passport. And I told them that I will come back to England, from where we started this very journey, to address the people that made it possible for this journey to start from here. And as I told you in 2015, I will go back to the zoo. I will return to the zoo. And when I do so, the world will hear about it. The Furniture Okromena 2022 will happen that same day. said this last night and I'll repeat this very adage. In the sense that our people remember this all the time, why we do things the way we do it. Biafrans are Republicans. When you're leading them, as you're running ahead, once in a while, because I wanted Biafra to be one, marching forward, always. We can't afford any division in the house. We cannot afford any ideological conflict within this very house. But above all, we have what we have been looking for a very long time. And by lifting this very boycott, the sea is boiling today because of it. And from it, the sea will never ever recover. You see today's date. Today is the 23rd, isn't it? The zoo can never recover from this. That is why
this
you must all remain very strong and
broadcast.
Determined and focused. It is only now that I'm beginning to appreciate what our leader went through. To serve our people is one of the most difficult assignments in the whole world. They said Moses suffered. I said Moses did not treat Biafran people. Because had Moses led our people, you know that time that the Red Sea opened, as they were walking through, Moses will close it. Our people are very, very difficult, but at the same time, when I have to zoo, open this again for me, please. I said today, then I forgot 23rd February. Zoo Amugo. We are intelligent people. There is a very big difference between being intelligent and being clever. It's not the same thing. We call for boycott. Oh, what did you call for boycott? Okay, we've lifted it. Oh, what did you lift it? I don't understand them. This lady wearing a dark suit. They will say, why didn't you wear a white one or grey? INEC postpones elections in Lagos, in Rivers, in Anambra, and others. This is happening because we lifted the boycott, that's all. And there is no date when they will do it again. All over now. It's finished for the zoo. Do you see how IPOB fight? Do you see how we reason? It is not due to our strength, our might, our intellect, our understanding, our superior reasoning. It is by the grace of Chukokikabema Prumiyanina. There was an old mother today back home. I don't know if anyone has seen the video. She was saying, I got to come in the IPOB in a poor church support Biafra, this country will be decimated that the Queen will only have England, even and East Anglia, to call a kingdom. What I'm telling you is fact. Simple fact. Because one of my British friends, I spoke to her. And I said to her, do you know why God will punish Britain? And she said, no. I said, because we are the only people that has something in common with Britain more than any other race in Africa. And she said, but how is that possible? I said, let's start from our names that we even answer. Do we answer what culture? Where we come from? What culture? What culture? Do they have Mr. White and Mr. Black here? Or can they bring land on whoever? I want to bring on whoever. There is Mr. White and Mr. Black in England. The same way we have Wokocha and Wokoji. And I said to them, it is only in Biafra land as well as in England, because don't take anything away from them. England remains the most civilized country in the whole world. Bar none. I'm being honest with you. Bar none. This is the most civilized place on the face of this very earth. England is. And I was saying to her that the same thing is applicable to Biafra. And she said, why? I said, in my compound now, if I go outside and I see a visitor and I start to molest or to beat up that very visitor, somebody will come and ask me, what did that person do to you? Only Biafrans can do that. And that is why our life is incompatible with that of our Fulani forever and ever. We are not the same people. We can never be the same people. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. That is why we agitate, and that is why we keep agitating until Biafra is restored. You know, sometimes in this movement, we can be moving forward. We see an obstacle which we cannot explain to you. Rather than smash through the obstacle, we simply bypass it and we continue. Do you understand? How many of you knows that Python dance was conceived to provoke IPOB to see how many weapons we have? Do you know that is why they did it? They came to test us to see if we can retaliate. Once I give the order for retaliation, you know what they will do? They go to someone getting town and they will kill Igbo people. And then in the world and Mazi will say, hey, did he tell you he came to cause war? But I'm smarter than them. I asked the men not to retaliate. That Chukwu Kikabem will fight for us. And today Chukwu Kikabem is fighting for us. Because the zoo is collapsing. The zoo is collapsing. I ask you for one thing. I know, some of us who don't read very lengthy articles online. Once look at the headline or the first or two paragraphs. I will ask each and every one of us here, please, if you're lettered enough to try and be online to help Carol and the team in the great work that they're doing. Very, very important. We have fought and defeated many enemies along the way. Very many enemies. And there are greater ones to come as well. And I'm asking you that the only way we can get to our promised land, which is Biafra, not just by mouthing unity and the sense of purpose, you have to demonstrate it individually and collectively. That takes me to the hierarchy of IPOB and how we function. I'll use UK as an example. Every coordinator in the UK is loyal to our national coordinator. Listen. There let you down. It can never ever happen. Be rest assured.
This is a repeat broadcast. Stay tuned, don't go away.
Having said that, our national leader in the UK, Dr. Justice Okachi, has an executive that will guide him in what he's doing. And who are those executives, if you may ask me? Our coordinator in Birmingham, the one in Manchester, the one in London, the one in Cornwall, in all these great cities you have scattered all over UK.
All right, it's a repeat broadcast. Don't take it seriously. I don't know who those people are at the moment, but don't forget this was in 2019.
Coordinator. Every coordinator, be it in non-head, be it in anywhere that is Greater London, reports to the London coordinator. Do you follow me? I didn't ask you to report to the national coordinator. You report to your local coordinator, the London coordinator, who now takes your concerns to the national coordinator. Before you get to the national coordinator, you go through the local coordinator you have, be it London, be it Manchester, be it Scotland, be it Wales, whatever it is. It's very, very important you understand this. I want, when our national coordinator in the UK is coming out, there will be respect and recognition of his office.
Radio Biafra,
You did not create it. A white man did. You asked the white man to go, the white man left and went back. But you retained every vestige of subjugation left. So you can read and write, claiming they are PhD holders, but lack rudimentary, or what I would call common sense. They don't understand how to structure a society. Our forefathers were better political thinkers and philosophers more than the fools that gave us the zoo called Nigeria. They couldn't have come up with never in their lives. Instead, what they did was to surround themselves with the military and the police. Instead, what they did is to ensure the subjugation of their own people by bringing money abroad and banking it abroad, and people are wallowing in abject poverty. There are many things wrong with the way that a black person reasons that sometimes I wonder if some of them are human beings at all or not. I wonder seriously. I don't think so, in my opinion. There is no need, there is no reason why they got independence from a country where the police do not carry guns on the street. Upon becoming independent, these band of vandals and animals created a police force. A police should be a civil service, not a force. It's civilian. They created a police force. They created mobile police, the riot police. They created the army. They created the navy. They created everything you can think about, the Air Force. They created all this rubbish in order to perpetuate themselves in power, in order to continue lying to you, in order for them to master everything that is to do with violence, to kill you and to subjugate you. The white man came, turned us into slaves, subjugated us, took away all our natural resources, and when they were going, they gave power over to a set of black people again, continuing even worse subjugation of their own people. And you're telling me these people are human beings? Is that what you're telling me? That somehow black people in Africa are normal people? Yes, is that what you want me to believe that? If they are normal, they have to prove it. The only way for you to prove that you're not a monkey is by going and getting Biafra. If Biafra doesn't come, you are an animal. Biafra is the only justification you have to exist as a human being. Anybody saying that he or she is a Nigerian, that person is worse than a fool. They asked me this morning here, why do you call them animals? I said, because they accepted a name given to them by somebody else. Only a dog and a cat can do that. A white man came from Scotland, said your name is Nigeria, you accepted it without asking questions, which goes to show that your brain is not working properly. Had your brains been working properly, you will say no, that this is my name. After all, you answer Ahamefula. My name should not be lost. By answering Nigeria, you have abandoned your name, you have abandoned your traditions and your heritage. That is what Biafra is here to reverse. Everybody can gang up against us if they wish. But we want to make this victory in such a way that everybody who is a Biafran will worship God forever and ever. Because the delivery of Biafra...
And exclusively, there's no doubt about it. We can see that whenever he says something, it sounds as if he just said it today. That was in 2019 that he did that in the UK and spoke to them. And what's going on today is a continuation of what he said in 2019. It's all joined up. It's not like it's exclusive, no. We are still in the process. The process continues. From that time to now, it's still destruction for the zoo, and we are very happy with the outcome, whatever is going on. Take the fasting. Don't forget that we're still coming on to do the fast, which is has been exclusively done. It's going to be done, I think, on the 30th of this month. Let's see. Looks like there's something wrong with the clip. Clip is not coming on. All right, let us hope that it's going to come on later. This time, I personally don't have control over this thing. Sometimes you try to do it and they make a decision on their own. Whenever they think he thinks this is when I'm going to play, that's what he plays. It doesn't let me have control. You touch it, it doesn't work, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But eventually, it's going to come in. Later, I'm going to go back to the source, the original source, because it looks like when I transferred it from where it was into my own page, that's where the problem comes in. All right, exclusively, there are stories here that I need to read out. Not attempt to turn Yoruba land to war zone will be resisted. Gani Adams said something, and I think I need to read it out for you. Oh, that story is not coming in. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't know why when I transfer something to my page, it's always a problem. But if I go to the original source, I'll probably be able to read it out. So let me try the original source on this story about Gani Adams. He said something which is very interesting, and I thought I was going to be able to air it this morning. Unfortunately, it just refused to air. Let's see. It's not coming on too. All right, he's saying something about they are trying to, force them, the Yoruba people, to get into war. Nobody's getting into war. The Fulanis are not even ready to go to war. Anyway, let's be honest about it, because there's a saying in our dialect, so that's exactly what they are doing. There's nothing they have to offer. They're not going to no war. They're not fighting anybody. They're just threatening. They're just raving, All right, another good news that came in this morning, it says the court have just granted bail to the 68 IPOB members detained in Owerri for almost 6 months of legal battle. 6 months. Kept somebody who didn't do anything for 6 months. That is to tell you the kind of place that we are. When they call it a zoo, somebody gets upset. Why are you calling my country a zoo? Anyway, that has stopped. A lot of people are even giving it worse names, because I know somebody who said that you are insulting the zoo by calling Nigeria a zoo. I read it up somewhere. Also, another 33 Biafrans that were lifted from Ubigbo to Abuja, having been granted bail in Abuja, bringing the total number of released detainees to 146. He lifted them from Ubigbo to Abuja. They didn't do anything. The court let them go. This is the kind of country that you have. This is what you call a country? No, it is not. There are more than 64 Biafrans remaining in Abuja military and DSS dungeon yet to be granted bail or brought to court. You see, the idea is they don't take them to court, they keep them in jail, incommunicado, hoping that they are going to be forgotten. But you know what? We are Biafrans, we don't forget our own. So somebody out there is going to start screaming until they be forced to go to court. And as soon as they step into court, that's it. If the magistrate or the judge is not paid off to fake sick, because that's another system, they fake themselves, they make, they are sick, we can't go to court. That country is disgusting. Anytime we think about that place, honestly, it makes you sick to your stomach. Because it's getting worse, it's not going to get better. And there are people out there who think that it will change around, it will turn around. How? How is it going to turn around? Tell me exactly what will make it turn around. Tomorrow is going to be like today unless you make changes today. And when there's nobody making any change, there's no way that country is going to ever change. That is the truth. All right, I'm having issues here with all my savings that I was supposed to go through today. Fortunately, if I go back to the source and see if I can find them, because I don't really know why it's not opening up. Each time I press it, it takes me to the wrong page, which is, I don't know, this technology thing, the younger people today, they know better. My children, they are the ones that are trying to, sometimes they show me what I'm supposed to do exclusively. But let's hope that it's going to change, because I still really need to read some of these stories that I have piled up. From here, this is Radio Biafra USA 2, and the lines are open for you. You can make your calls. Don't forget, today we're going to run 30 minutes behind our normal schedule because of the new changes that have been made. Yesterday, we were able to go to the end because the new broadcasters were not coming in yesterday. But hopefully, today we'll not be able to run into the end. We'll take about 30 minutes of our time to be able to create room and follow the new schedule that was handed down to us. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. Please call us. The line is open for you.
From bondage, the extrication of the children of the Most High God, Chukwabiyama, from that very abominable entity, will indicate to you once and for all that indeed Chukwabiyama is a Biafran. The world is about to see something they've not seen before. That Biafra must emerge. We must come to exist. We are not going to ask for anything that doesn't belong to us. We are not asking for any territory or resources. All we are asking them to do is to leave us alone. The same way we were before the British came. We have the documentation to prove that we never gave the British the consent to form one Nigerian place. We have the documents. The documents we signed with them was to trade with Royal Niger Company. We never gave them the consent to go and form Nigeria. This is one thing that the so-called band of Nigerian intellectuals never ever bothered to ask themselves, including the Yorubas, Iyke in particular. Did we give our consent to look at to go and form Nigeria? The answer is no, we did not. Where did they derive the authority to go to form that zoo? Why did they hand over to the group of black men that continued the same slavish mentality impacted upon them by their masters? No wonder they are incapable of civilization. They are incapable of human development. The one who look man, I understand, is here. Is that not correct? The son is here, dancing from one nightclub to another, making prostitutes very, very rich on your money. And some of us go to that nightclub to go and clean that nightclub to be able to feed and pay house rent. That money is coming from your land. The one who look man is here in Austria with money stolen from Biafra. Him and the children are living it large, having fun. In the morning, we will go to the nightclub where the son went to party to go and clean that nightclub that we can get money to feed. Do you now see why I say that there's something wrong with us? Only an animal can allow that to happen, not a sensible human being. Why do you think everybody revolted in the world? That is a sign of civilization. When you revolt against any oppressive regime or system, that is a sign that you are now matured as a human being. Or else you're an animal. You are an animal. When we preach the God.
Mazi, good afternoon from here.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, my big brother. Mazi is from London.
Yeah.
Mazi, I appreciate you for your good job and I appreciate our leader. Mazi, you see, the tape you played about our leader, yeah?
Yes.
In fact, I learned a lot of things from that tape this afternoon. Very a lot of things I learned from that tape. You see, you know,
yes.
because the man, I want to make, I think everybody hear our leader when he said he banned some people because of disobeying his deputy. He banned some people because of they disobeying his deputy. And these are the same man, instead of his deputy to stand behind him, to fight together with him, his deputy go to the back and betray him. And that one is not enough. He come out in social media and call Ahmadike a liar. I will never forgive you. I've told him that I will never forgive that Israel. And his generation will suffer. Which of the first generation will never see peace. This is the reason why every protest we are going, you can never switch him for wife on his children. Because he's a traitor. You know all this why that is going to betray Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is what. Whoever knows which wife my phone to come and tell us. Mazi, we never even see all the protests we have been going to this country in England here. I never even with my two eyes see his wife, or his children. You come out and betray Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You come out and betray this man that is fighting for everybody to be liberated. I knew that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never offended you. I swear with my life. I know what I'm talking about. That this one never offended you. And that thing I said is what happened. I have told you, come out and tell us what this man did to you. Up to today, you never come out. All you know is to give Baralana left, Baralana right. Now, Korea should come out. You never come out and tell us because I knew that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu I know. I will swear with my life that man never offended you. He stand for you. When people were castigating you, when some people were after you, he stand for you. And then he put his life on the line and changed the man. You saw it to start for him. Who tell me for you and the big gang up or trying to destroy Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am angry saying it everywhere. Anytime I see me for face, it makes me to come. It makes me to Mazi, you don't know how I feel. I know what I'm telling you. Yeah. Mazi, thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. The call number is 646-920-4541, 5703-528-442, +1 929-406-9953. I am still running around trying to see if I can find out the stories that I wanted to get to you guys today, but it doesn't matter. I'm still looking for it. Anytime I find it, I'll still bring it in. Ipob Ebonyi State Executives meeting. They're having a meeting in there. I'm not going to read that out loud and clear. Let it stay on Facebook the way it is. Okay, I'll still the story about our people that have been released in the Imo State, where it's taking the front page on Facebook this morning. All right, I have a call coming in on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Call on WhatsApp. Are you there? Good morning.
Yes, I can hear you.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning. My name is Ifeanyi. I'm calling from Houston, Texas. I'm from Nnewi province, Biafra land. Mazi Mechukwu Kikabiyama receive all the glory and the honor. All the praises be unto him for giving us another opportunity this morning for us to see the new day in our lives, interact with each other, say our mind. May his name be glorified for saving our lives. All our leaders, all the principal officers, all of you anchoring the radio. May his name be glorified. In the name of Chukwu Kikabiyama. He said, Mazi, there's one thing I want to say about our leader and the clip you played. Our leader, You see how he was praising Ucheme for taking him to the high esteem. He said Ucheme for he knows the three strategies. Let me call it this way: strategies of this struggle. He knows the three. Those that came around him, no one, and Ucheme for no two. You see, the kind of honor he gave to Uchemefo, yet Uchemefo went around and betrayed him. You see, then our leader, he's somebody that said, I will say whatever you did in the presence of people and the public. If you know what I do, come out and say my own. Come out and say it. That is why the betrayers, they are looking for one thing or the other. They didn't say anything against him. They went somewhere and dig out a picture of his wife and him when he did his marriage. They went somewhere and dig it out because they could not lay hands upon anything against him. That's why they did it. And you see Uchemefo, Ifa Juna is better than Uchemefo now. Believe me. Ifa Juna is better than Uchemefo. You see? So another thing I want to say now, I don't know how it sounds. I want you guys that is on the radio to start talking about these communal clashes on our people. Or community clashes on our people. The other day I was watching on the media, I saw where Aguleri and Yomuleri were throwing stone upon each other. Now I want to advise our people that is fighting for one piece of land or the other. If you know that stone you are using to each other, use that stone to kill the Fulanese, the invaders in our land. I don't know why our people are fighting for just nothing. I heard about the one in Delta State, the one in Calabar, somewhere, many places. Our people are fighting for nothing. Let them use that stone they are throwing to each other. Use it to pursue all these Fulanese coming around. When the Fulanese came, none of them will be out. They will be looking for the ESN to chase the Fulanese out. But our people should be careful how they fight each other for just nothing. That is my own advice this morning. Mazi, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. All right, this is exclusive. Thank you very much for your report. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. The number here is 646-920-4541-570-352-8442 plus 1929406-9953. We're talking about our sister. I'm going to talk about her this morning, the new commissioner of police, who is being asked by the ID to go and arrest the leader of Sunday Igboho. Igboho is the man in your state who made sure that the Fulani people that are living there, the herdsmen, the killers, the murderers, the looters, the rapists, leave the location as ordered by the governor. So let them go out and look for him. And also he was already warned that the other states in the area to wait, that they are coming, they are on their way. So let me read what our leader wrote here. It says, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has warned the new commissioner of police in Oyo State, Mrs. Ngozi Onadeko, over a popular Yoruba freedom fighter, Sunday Adeyemo, also known as Sunday Igboho. Onadeko's appointment comes at a time of tension between the indigenes of Igangan, Ikparapa North local government area of the state and the herdsmen. The tension arose as a result of the alleged destruction of farms, maiming and killing of farmers by herdsmen in community in the area, which forced Igboho to issue an ultimatum to them to vacate the state. That's how men talk. This led to the order from the Inspector General of Police, Adamu Mohammed, it's always a Mohammed Adamu, for the immediate arrest of the activists. Reacting to the order, Kanu advised the new Commissioner of Police to resign from her position, saying she was strangely supported to foment regional ethnicity. That's enmity or ethnicity, whatever. That is exactly what they do. They go out there, if it's a Yoruba person, they get an Igbo person to attack. If it's an Igbo person, they get a Yoruba person to attack. They will never do it. But right there in the north, the Fulanis, they have some, even if they are supposed to be Sharia lawyers, they do have lawyers, they do have judges. Why can't they send the police commissioner that is from their ethnic group to go to arrest Sunday? They wouldn't do that. They are always sent because they want to see, OCC is the Igbo people that are doing it. And the woman I even learned her promotion, she scaled above 2 ranks, isn't it? I've not gotten that story very correctly, but I think I'm going to look into it. It looks like she scaled up. They just put her there because they want to use her. Anyway, she's our sister. We have warned you. And a warning to Mrs. Ngozi Oneko, the new IB Commissioner of Police of your state. Command, you are an Igbo woman. So I expect you to be reasonable enough to know that Fulani IGP posted you to Oyo to superintend the arrests or possible killings of Yoruba youths and in order to foment enmity between the East and the West. At the critical junction in the history of the liberation of all indigenous peoples across Nigeria, including you and your family, I will advise you to resign honorably from your position as a certain Yoruba CP did in Abia State when he was declined to offer men under his command to open fire on IPOB protesters. I am warning you not to do anything likely to jeopardize the safety or well-being of Sunday Igboho. Otherwise, you and your family will have the might of IPOB to contend with. The silly game you people always play in that zoo will no longer wash with us. You have been warned. Suddenly Fulani have realized that appointing an Igbo woman as police commissioner is a good thing because they want to use you. Nothing should happen to Igboho. You have been warned, woman. You have been very, very warned. Use your brain. You don't need that. I don't know. When you were promoted, I think you must have sensed something sinister, something that there's something behind it. Now they sent you to where they're going to use you to kill the Yoruba youths, to destroy them. Don't allow yourself to be used because we're not going to stand with you. You are supposed to be a Biafran. Then wake up and use your brain. Caller on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello. Good morning.
Welcome to the
Mazi,
program.
Iyke Peters. Are you hearing me?
I can hear you, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much. My name is Jude Umoje, calling from Los Angeles.
Jude, welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you so much. To start with the clip that you played, may God bless our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He always showed that example of being a good leader.
Yes.
You know, the way he treated the people that are maybe causing trouble or being disrespectful.
Yes.
So the result who call himself the Razor or the deputy, is a very nice leader that always show example. The thing about this Biafran struggle is that not everybody will make it to the end. If we look at I'm hearing myself, I don't know if I'm coming out loud.
Yes, you are. You are. Go ahead, sir. You are coming
okay,
out.
thank you.
You are clear. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. So the struggle, not everybody will make it to the end. If we look at during the time of Jesus Christ, Judas did the job that he's ordained to do, and people were discouraged. Now, I'm one of those that were so discouraged when this guy, misbehaved and and drop out. But I later realized that it's ordained to happen, and our leader knows all this. So it's a good thing that this thing happened, because the more they drop out, the more IPOB progresses. So it's not something that we have to continue to regret. Instead, have to be happy if we turn around to see it in a spiritual way. All these people that are dropping out, it's just to clear way for the good job to continue. So I'm not the type now that are regretting or telling them. Instead, they did a good job by moving out of the way. Otherwise, they could have been causing a lot of more problems, which are within too. Anyway, I'm coming to this new commissioner of police. I think he heard about our leader's comment or his advice to her, and that is why he did not go straight to go and arrest. If you look at the way they do things before, the moment IG give that instruction, the next thing that very day they must make sure that they arrest this guy, Sunday Igboho. But this time they didn't do it like before, because these people, they are using their sense. If they try to do that, they will put themselves into more problems. Yeah. So this lady, Ngozi, is trying to use her sense to trying to mingle or to make it. He went to Ibarakwa, he went to Igogo just to make this stuff. They always do like a business, people not to revenge this and that. But all these things, they are just deceiving themselves. I thank this guy, Sunday Igboho, for coming out. Yes. They still have more of them. Kyoki went from London to Yoruba land, fight for his people. So more of these people will be coming out, because the time of the Fulani Empire has come to an end. They are just running about the bush. Oh, yes. Their time is over. The time is over. I thank you for you giving me this opportunity. This is my first time. I always listen to you, but I'm lucky today to be one of those that called in. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls here. It says arresting Igboho will escalate tension. The Middle Belt tells the federal government. You don't have to tell them that. let them go and take him and see what happens. Idiots. Our leader is speaking today to them, to all the people in the Middle East, Middle Belt, the Hausa people, the people in the North. He's going to address them today, 7 p.m. Biafra land time. Stay tuned to Radio Biafra and all the Radio Biafra platforms. It's going to be on Facebook. It's going to be on YouTube, Facebook. It's going to be on our leaders page. It's going to the IPOB Community Radio, of course. It's going to be there. We have a call coming in on straight line. Let me take this one. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller on straight line.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome to the program.
My name is Chijok. I'm calling from Maryland. Biafrans all over the world, I thank you. I want to say something a bit contrasting to maybe our expectation this morning. There's something I noticed politically that's happening in the West. I wish our so-called Biafran politicians or governors who are the Biafran states, as Nigeria call it, will learn from their colleagues in the Southwest. You know, there is this thing that happened. They play the security issues in the North. The Northern governors were behind what is happening in the North.
Yes.
The same thing. The Southwest governors and elites were behind what is happening. Forget about the pronouncement in the media. But you see, only in the Biafra they will not use their head. I see how all of them gathered around this man. Yes, they will come. Hey, don't cause a war. Hey, what this? But behind them, they are giving good support because you know that if that land is not secured, are they going to lead forest? They know what they are doing. These our so-called politicians and early in the Biafra land. They should know. I am very happy this morning. I read there's a WhatsApp group. One of my big uncles. This morning he was opposing Biafra, but this morning miracle happened. This one Nigeria is no more working. In fact, anybody who is opposing Nnamdi Kanu and the ECN is mad. Yes. In fact, is it really real? I had to call him to confirm. Because Mirejula Wono.
Oh yes.
Mirejula Wono. Our people should know. Do what you want to do politically, but support your land. Because even here, if you any white man asks you, where are you from? I know definitely you will talk and say make it to say you're from Nigeria. But once you just mention Nigeria, he will ask you which part.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Are you Igbo or are you Yoruba or are you that place? Are you the northern side where the insecurity is? Because they want to know your real identity. Everybody should know that what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing to save the children. If you read about Moses, how Moses helped the Israelites in Egypt, that's exactly what's happening. Because many people felt that you can't forget where you come from. It is very natural. No matter how you do it, it's very organic. It must come up. It must erupt. I told people that no, as long as you are an Igbo man, a Biafran, once you are born, you don't need to be told of Biafra. It's already in you, no matter how long you pretend. That is one of the things I am saying. Then the second thing I want to say, please, I'm wasting your time. These Fulanis, Nigerians should know that these guys are very, very tricky.
Yeah.
They have come in terms of intimidation, it didn't work. They have come in using the military and whatever, people are standing up.
Yeah.
Now, the next trick they are going to use now to sound like good men. You see, most of them will say, hey, no, we have to live in peace. Hey, why would you go and occupy people's land? Hey, no, that's the trick they are coming now. You will see what will happen. Even from the president say, no, hey, why would you go and do? They will start condemning what is happening in order to play to the minds of other people, so that they will get the minds of most of the Yoruba elite, most of the Biafran elites. You see, these people are sounding nice. We have to say no to know their tricks.
Yes.
Thank you, Nayuko.
That's what I want. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, let them keep playing it out. It will never play out no matter what they do. We know what we want, and that's where we're going to go. Caller on WhatsApp, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, Mazi, Iyke Peters. Good afternoon, sir, from here in Biafra land.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, my dear. My name is Akbarawa Itorefion. Akbarawa Itorefion is from Afansa. Afansa is in Ibionibom. And Ibionibom is an Akwa Ibom province. I thank you for giving me the opportunity for me to speak to my people once more this morning through Radio Biafra.
Welcome.
And I say shalom to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and to all our presenters, including you, Mazi Iyke Peters.
Yeah, well,
I just want to take this opportunity, Mazi Iyke Peters, also to put the world at large, and to tell the rest of the world and Biafrans also what is going on in Olo province as it stands now in Imo State. Is over 20 to 30 Hilux van of the Janjaweed soldiers, police, and the armies that have trooping in Olo as we speak now. Is ongoing now, heavy gunfire now in Olo province that is going on now. And some of the messages have been circulating on social media. So please, all Biafrans should turn their attention to Olo province, that is Imo State as it stands now. That is happening life right now in Imo State, and they want to wipe our people off from the face of the earth. They want our people to go on extinction, and the zoo police and the Zoo army target on the people of Olo province, that the people of Olo, which is, I know that it's a lie from the pit of hell, that they killed the Janjaweed soldier, which is the Zoo army, that they are going to give the corpse, if not so that Olo would not know peace. And they have made good their threats. And that's what they are still doing presently in Olo as it stands now. Serious killing is ongoing now in Olo as I speak now. And also, Mazi Iyke Peters, I want to add to what is going on also concerning this, our sister. They have given an commissioner of police or AIG or whatever that they have given to her. Since they have not promoted her, and since we started this struggle, in short, since the inception of the Zoo Republic called Nigeria, our people have not been promoted in a right reason. They always promote our people for the right time for them to serve their purposes in the terms of sabotaging what their people wants to do. Because they know that if you bring out a Biafran and you put in the midst of a good people, that person will become the best of it all. Bring a Biafran and put in the midst of evil people, you will become the evil person to the core. We are good at that. And they want her to do the bidding for them this time around. But I believe it won't work because we have gotten past this standard and edge also that somebody will come from one gutter, from one pit to sabotage what we are doing. Our leader have rightly told her that it is better for her to resign, that it will be of good interest to herself and to our family as well, and to our children at large. Because if they want to use her to sabotage what we are doing now against our Oduduwa brothers, so that our Oduduwa brothers will be against with the Biafrans and say that our sister are killing their own brother. Our leader have told her that we are not with her and we are not in support of her, that whatever things that will befall herself and our family, that she should bear responsibility of everything. And we stand with our leader and we are warning her now, if she says that she's a Biafran, then it is high time for she to resign and to quit that post. If not so, it will be so hot on her because I believe from 67 to 70, that was same thing that they did to Dr. Clement Isom when he became the central bank governor at Azen. And the Janjaweed knows that in them, that they don't have the brain, they don't have the tenacity for them to fight Biafra. And they always use Biafra to fight against Biafra because in them, they don't have the level of intellect to stand us. So they always select the best of one of us to stand and to sabotage our efforts. So they use Clement Isong during the 67 to 70 for him to be the central bank governor for them, to hold their finance and their resources for them. That was when they have money for them to fight with the Biafrans. And even it was not the help of that our brother, I believe the Zoo wouldn't have had the economic interest or the power, the manpower for them to use against our people. And that's what they want to use our sister also to do against their own people. So I'm warning her now, like our leader have said in advance, resign now, quit that job for your good interest, because the people of Oduduwa understand that we are not with you. Anything that you're going to do for you to send to go and arrest Sunday Dohu, and he wants to maim that guy, or anything bad thing will happen to that guy, the people of Oduduwa will hold you responsible and your family, not with the Biafrans, because already we have disowned her in advance.
Yes.
And the people of Oduduwa knows that we want freedom and nothing more. So if she wants to serve the interests of the Janjaweed soldiers and the slave master, let her keeping on, do what she knows best how to do. But I believe and I bet her that at the end will not be well with her and with her family. Mazi Iyke Peters, I don't have much to say. Just that what is going on in Olo province really spoils my mind this morning. I say shalom to you, my brother, and shalom to Biafrans all over the world.
Shalom. Thank you so much. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. I'm going to see the madam, you are warned already. We are not playing games here. You are on your own. You know, we don't. You are not going to be one of us. If you go out there and do anything to these young Yoruba youths who are fighting for their freedom, you have on your own. And what we're only saying is that the indigenes of the Yoruba land, Oduduwas, they have to understand that we are not in support of her because she's being trying to use her to commit their evil. But if she allows herself to be used, because yesterday I even heard somebody in the program, they are calling on her to resign. If it is that money that they are paying you, whatever money they are paying you, I am sure there are Biafrans out here who will take care of you and your family. You won't suffer. We are not bribing you or anything, but we're telling you something that is good for you, and that's exactly what you're going to do, whether you like it or you don't like it. If you want to continue with what you want to do, hey, be our guest. But the truth is, We are not going to be behind you. Whatever you do, you are doing it for yourself. You're not doing it as a Biafran. That's the point we're trying to make. All right, I have a call on WhatsApp. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon, Mazi.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, Mazi. My name is Paul, calling from Libreville, Gabon, Mazi. Thank you for the job you are doing for us, we Biafrans around the world. May God Kadema bless you and guide you and protect you and your family. Our leader too, the prophet of our time. May God Kadema bless you, protect you wherever you go. May Elohim lead you and so that you achieve your aim to restore our nation, the Biafran nation. Yesterday I said the same thing, and this afternoon is what I'm still saying, that woman, the medic police commissioner in Oyo, should resign. And if she continue doing nonsense in Oyo, she will pay, and the family will pay. If I'm the member of the family, I will call her now to resign. The game is over. The woman of her age supposed to go resign in police by now. So they want to use her and they spoil her name forever. And what is happening in Olu now is like the same thing they did in Obibo. They said they kill one army in Obibo. It's not even if it's so that one army was killed in Olo. You don't supposed to terrorize everybody. There is investigation. They must do investigation to know who maybe the army man who just went to thief or do anything bad. They killed him. It's not something to terrorize everybody in Olo. So they always bring in one issue to penetrate the place. But I want to tell them to understand that anything they are doing, the game is over. The zoo army and the police is over. So they must be ready. More things are coming. They will see. Nigeria cannot remain the same. The God has ordained it that Oduduwa must come.
Thank you.
Biafra must come. So, and the other nations. So there is nothing going back about it. No, it's no. The people we must know that what is going on in the zoo for a long time now. Immediately they touch our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they open the key of the restoration of Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the key to restore our nation. Immediately that Janjaweed, Buhari touch our leader is the time that man opened that key for Biafra to come.
Thank you.
And that Biafra is here already. So I don't have much to say. All I have to say this afternoon is everybody should remain resolute and stand firm wherever you are and support our Eastern security. No going back about it. Biafra must come. Oduduwa nation must come. Thank you, my elder.
Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra. I have something here I need to read out to you. It's written by the Punch newspaper. It goes, threats by the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, to arrest Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Igboho, over the alleged involvement in the violence that took place in Oyo State, received serious knocks from the Middle Belt Forum on Sunday. The organization also supported the quit notice handed by Governor Rotimi Akeredolu of Ondo State on Fulani terrorists to leave the forest reserves in the state. Of course, the MBF, that's the Middle Belters, the MBF specifically warned the federal government against any action that would escalate the ongoing tension as demonstrated by the arrest order for Igboho. They're trying to arrest him. The national president of MPF, Dr. Pogu Bitrus, expressed these views in a statement in Abuja. According to him, Akeredolu's quit order was meant for unregistered herdsmen occupying the terrorists and involved the kidnappings and banditry. He said, "We call on the federal government, especially the police, to desist from escalating the crisis. What the president and the police ought to do now," wait a minute, it says, what the presidency, you see, nobody talks about president anymore. It's always presidency. What the presidency and the police ought to do now is to assist various states to flush out these criminals. Arresting Igboho at this moment can only escalate the growing tension into a raging fury that may further lead to dreadful uncertainties for our nation's future. Which nation? You have no nation. We are also warned at the turn of events in the southwest and the order issued by the Inspector General of Police Mohammed Adamu for the arrest of Sunday Adeyemo, aka Igboho, over the alleged role in the violence that took place at the weekend in Oyo State. While we welcome the bold decision by the governor to protect lives and property of citizens threatened by the activities of bandits that have now found safe havens in forests, we are completely opposed to the action by the federal government to escalate the ongoing tension as demonstrated by the arrest order on the Igboho. The MPF supports the Akeredolu's quit notice, describing it as a bold decision by him to protect lives and property and citizens threatened by the activities of bandits who have found safe haven in the forest. Today, our leader speaks to all of you, those of you in the Middle Belt, those of you in the Hausa land, the North. Our leader will be on air today by 7 p.m. Biafra land time, 7 p.m. Stay tuned and make sure that you listen to that broadcast. It's going to be another killer broadcast for the year. Brutus said, let me continue reading, "We are completely opposed to any action by the federal government to escalate the ongoing tension as demonstrated by the arrest order on Igboho. As the umbrella organization representing ethnic nationalities in the Middle Belt region, the MPF is in total support of ridding Ondo states of bandits and criminal elements as contained in the ultimatum handed down on the criminal headers by the governor. As the Chief Security Officer of Ondo State, Governor Akeredolu is rightly entitled to protect citizens that are now under constant siege by criminal elements. For those who insist that the quit order on criminal headers amounts to intriguing the citizens' right of Fulani, the MPF wishes to reiterate that Akeredolu quit order is to unregistered herders, according to the terrorists, forest and the involvement in kidnapping and banditry. When they use this word unregistered, I'm asking myself a question. Does terrorists have to have a license to operate? Okay, we are terrorists, we are Boko Haram, we are going to stay in the forest. The MPF wishes to state that it is unacceptable for the federal government to interfere in the genuine efforts deployed by Governor Akeredolu to end the ceaseless abductions and peaceful citizens for ransom. We find it incredible for the President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration to insist on defending criminals whose major preoccupation is unleashing violence and terror on peaceful communities. What the federal government should do now is to assist Akeredolu and other state governors to flush out these criminals and end the culture of lawlessness ripping across not only Ondo State, but also the other states where these outlaws have turned our region's forest reserves into safe harbors for their crimes. The MPF really recalls that in the height of grisly killing and devastations that trailed many communities in Benue State, President Muhammadu Buhari had called on the people to return home and learn to live with their neighbors in peace. When neighbors decided to turn themselves into agents of terror on their fellow neighbors who are peace-loving, then such neighbors are no longer neighbors, but outlaws that must be arrested and be made to face the law. The MPF wishes to state that the only way to end these vicious assaults by these bandits is to completely flush them out of our nation's forest reserves. We cannot continue to play the ostrich as Nigeria communities continue to suffer bloodshed due to increasing waves of vicious and unprovoked attack on defenseless citizens by the various brigades. With many states, especially in the Middle Belt region, now under the menace of these outlaws, we call for both the federal government and the states to adopt the policy of ranching as means of ending the security challenges posed by these criminal headers. We call on state governors to emulate Akeredolu's quit order in order to cleanse Nigerian forests, reserves, and of various brigands in this modern age noted for global best practices. The adoption of policy of ranching has become an urgent and incredible option. This article is quite long, and the story, the points that the message have been sent across. You have no right to stay in the forest and kill people. Get away from there. Akeredolu's action is very, very recommended. Igboho is not a stalking person. He goes there, takes action based on what the governor have said. If you don't like it, you have no choice. Just get away from there. Get away from their land. Don't tell us that the land doesn't belong to you. That's exactly what we are doing here in Biafra land. We'll never let you rest until you get away from our land. There are no two ways about it. You have no choice at this time. Anybody who thinks that Nigeria will come back to what it used to be, no. It's not business as usual. Unfortunately, what is happening in Olo, I don't want to talk much about it because I don't have complete information. But whatever is there, when the information comes in, we will let you know. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls at 646-920-4541, 570-352-8442, +1 929-406-9953. The line is still open for you to make your calls, and please, when you do, don't stay too long. Just, give your little message and let's move on, because there are so many people that want to call in, and when you stay too long on the line, you kind of distract them. So the line is still open for you. Make your calls.
Oh, nada. Land of the right side. John Lavine. My originality. Land of the right side.
All right, I have a call on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon from here, Mazi Peters.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you. My name is Iyke. I am from Anambra province of Biafra land. I am calling you from Austria. May Shukru Kabiyama bless you, protect you and your family, bless our leader and all Biafrans who are working for our freedom. This morning, I want to quickly say two things. First of all, I want to call on all Biafrans once again. I'm not really happy with our people concerning what is happening on Twitter right now. It is very sad that our leader's Twitter handle is not doing very well. I don't know why our people are easy to be discouraged. Some of them will just start doing something, and after a while they will stop. It is very sad that a whole leader of millions of people, over 70 million Biafrans, will be working hard day and night for our own good, and we are not able to support him whenever he tweets. This is very, very sad. I want to call on our people. Everybody should go back to Twitter and start doing the needful. When you look at what is happening right now in Yoruba land, you see their new leader, Sunday Igboho. Go to his Twitter handle and see what is going on there. Everybody, every Yoruba person is supporting him. Why can't we support our great leader who has been there for us? What is the problem that we cannot take ordinary 1 minute to retweet? It's very, very bad. I want to call on all Biafran. If you know that you are not on Twitter, please retrace your steps. Start doing the needful, because that is the least you can contribute, for God's sake. Please. And secondly, I want to say something concerning, yesterday I was listening to Radio Biafra, and a brother from Ebonyi State was complaining about how bad the road in Eastern region was, that even the indigents are now having to do it, try to do whatever they can to help the road to be motorable. And when I heard this thing, I really got upset, because this is what we are talking about. I cannot imagine that here in Austria, that a road will be bad to the point that Austrian citizens will be the one to do the job of the government. I don't know why we have people who call themselves governors, who call themselves leaders. They cannot even provide motorable road for us. Not to talk of electricity, no water, no anything. They have nothing. We have nothing that we can say that we are benefiting from this group of people. And this is why this morning I want to send this clear warning to the man that called himself Emmanuel Iwanyam, or whatever he called himself, with his big stomach. They have all over the years stolen all the monuments for the roads, for the roads in the eastern region of Biafra land. They divert this fund to their own personal accounts. And while some of his colleagues who have done the same are keeping quiet, he has the courage to come on national newspaper every day to speak ill of Biafra, to speak ill of our leader. I don't blame him. The reason why he has the courage to do that is because we, the youth of Biafra, we are not going after them yet. But he should mind himself. He should stay clear from anything that concerns Biafra. Because this new generation, we have one mission, and only one mission. And that mission is to restore the land of Biafra. And nothing else is another option. He should stay clear from our affairs. The other day, it was the wife of Obiano, the governor of Anambra State, in United States of America. She has been in the state government for over 8 years. She has never contributed anything for the well-being of our Anambra people. She is in America every day, seeing all the beautiful infrastructure. She has never advised her drunkard husband to do any of such things in Igbo land. But the only thing she found worthy of advising the Igbo people to go to take is vaccination. That is the only thing she can contribute. And this morning I want to tell them that everything they have cost our people, every pain they will pay. It doesn't matter how long. They can keep on threatening us with war or whatever. Because the one this morning was saying that the property, the investments that Igbo people have outside Nigeria, outside Igbo land, is worth over 2 billion. Who cares? Those properties are not worth. They are not equivalent to our life and our freedom. This life, what is important to us is our freedom. Because once we have our freedom, every other thing comes. The Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. Every other thing will be added. This morning, I want to tell him what we are sitting is our Biafra land. Once we get it, every other thing is history. So he should keep quiet and take his fat stomach and hide his face in shame. Or else, he will see what he's looking for. Any more comment, rubbish comment from him, we are going to tell him that it's not that we don't know what to do to him. We know where he's living. We know everything about his family. He should keep away from anything that concerns Biafran restoration. Thank you, Mazi. That is all I want to say.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you very much. All right. This morning, I just received an information about what's going on. There's a heavy tension, a military onslaught in Olu going on right now. So we have to go to tweet, like our brother just mentioned about tweeting. Like I said, if you can't tweet, it don't cost you anything. It's 1 minute. Go to our leader's page and see what he has tweeted and then tweet. Retweet what he has tweeted already. If we have to be there, we have to really, I've not been to Sunday Igboho's Twitter handle, but at least one of our brothers have just said it. It's exactly what we expected to do. When I said it, I've said it before. I'm not very good at tweeting. I've tried to study it, understand it, but it's still very hard for me to understand it. But what I do is that I make sure that every day I go to our leader's Twitter handle and see what he has there, and then I retweet that, and that's like the same thing. That's exactly like you writing something. You can respond to what he has written and then tweet it out. All right, I have a call coming in on a personal line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here.
Thank you, my brother Peters. Thank you, my compatriot. Thank you, my companion. And thank you, my veteran. You are doing us proud. My name is Onyemu Wazunanozi Abacha. I come from our Inolo province in Biafra land. I use this opportunity to say shalom to Onyendu. You are bringing the University of Amahadum to the Middle Belt and to the Ariwa and the western side of the Oduduwas. And I say today, may Chukwokike Abiyama bless you and bless the University of Amahadum. We are going to establish in Biafra land in the very shortest time. And even if you say that you are not going to be the professor, we are going to use all the broadcasts you have already made to establish the University of Amahadum in our nation, Biafra. You know, my brother, I had an eyewitness. Yesterday, I was calling you yesterday, but I didn't go through. Even the day before yesterday, I didn't go through. Because I got eyewitness. I always, from Olo province, what is going on right there now. In a place called Oboro and Omotanze is in complete chaos over there now. It is as usual that the so-called chief or Eze of Ama Ifeke brought to this very thing, even going around the villages or the bushes, pointing out where our people are hiding. It's very, very sad. But I use this very opportunity because George Obiozo, the current president of Ohaneze or the leadership of Ohaneze, the puppet is installed there by the Fulanese to challenge us. You are from Awamama. You are from Olu province. And you are now chosen by the Fulanese to represent them in your own land so that they will conquer us. But the Chukwokike Abiyama cannot allow them to fulfill their game or their engagement. Because of this, that you are a citizen, an indigene of our mama and the Olu province precisely, and a Biafran, an Igbo man who understands the atrocities going on in your own nation because of the Rabia and the The Fulanis are Mbiambia strangers. They cannot occupy our land. This is the time you have to prove to the Igbos, to the Awamama, to the Olu province, to Biafra, that you were not hired. Let me say it again, that you were not hired by the Fulanis to eliminate your own people. This is the time you have to show it. When you came to Florida here, to Tampa here precisely, George Obiozor, we went there, all the Igbos gathered around you to welcome you. Our women danced for you at USF University of South Florida. The Igbo women, Biafra women entertain you. All of us were there in the hall that very day. Everybody closed his shop or business and everybody did not go to work. We were there with you to show that you are an Igbo man, that you are a Biafra. This is the time you have to show us that you were not hired, that you were not rented by the Fulanis. You have to prove who you are. And therefore, even not only that, when we found out where you told us that very day in the hall, where you lodged, at Tampa, downtown Tampa, Florida. All the people from Olu province, my family, my in-law, and I informed other people because we are our people, we are the closest, our mama. I informed all the Igbos, all the people from Olu province, our mama area, our area is not the area. We went to the hall, to Hyatt Regency where he lodged. That night, it was again like a hall because we surrounded you. Judge Obiozor, the leader of Ohanes and Igbo, this is the time you have to wake up because we have shown you love. We show you love when you come to Tampa, Florida. You have to show us love. You have to show us love that we are an Igbo man, that we are a Biafra. You cannot allow these people to be killing our people in Oboro. You cannot allow these people to be killing our people in Omatanse. You cannot align with the leadership of the essay of Omatanse to be killing our people. I understand it that the Fulanese planted the Okorawusa and the Hope Uzodimba in our land to defy, to sell our people. And this, at this point of time, it cannot happen. They did it before, but the ESN is around. I thank God for Ochukwu Kikabia and for Nnamo Dekano. And there are people in the Olu province. Do not deter, do not shake. We are monitoring what is going on. And we have Ahamadike who knows exactly what to do. By the special grace of God, they all shall be found in the bottomless of the pit within a short period of time. And the one thing that the Janjaweed can understand it right now, that Olu province cannot be like Obibo. Olu province cannot be like Obibo. Thank you, my brother Ipita, for giving me this opportunity to talk something and to say something this morning.
All right, thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra. We have an incoming happening right now in Olu. Terrorists in Nigerian Army uniform are killing Olu citizens, residents in broad daylight. I can have a video here that is showing what is going on in Olu. And the world should come and see what Hope Uzodimma, Emmanuel Iwanyanwu, George Obiozor, and Nigerian Army are doing to innocent, law-abiding citizens in Olu. If Hope Uzodimma fails to withdraw these Fulani terrorists in army back to Obinze Army Barracks in the next hour, the new revolution will start at Douglas House, Owerri, tonight. You have been warned. We are not joking. Nobody's joking about it. I don't really know what is wrong with this Michelin tire. They call it Wanyan. That guy they claim was in the army. I don't know what army. What sector did he really fight on? How could people be so callous and so wicked? What's wrong with him? I have something here that's a video that is showing here about what is going on in Olo. I am looking at it right in my face. Well, you have been warned. If you don't withdraw the troops and let the people go about this, because these are law-abiding citizens that have done you nothing. Let's see, I have a call coming in on caller. Good morning. Caller on private line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, good afternoon from here, Mazi, Iyke Peters. This is Rabbi Charles Ndewosa. This is Rabbi Charles. I'm speaking from my location. I greet Biafrans all over the world, friends of Biafra, lovers of freedom. Our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I salute you. Mazi, yes, there is a developing incident in Olo province, as you made mention. Our people are taking notice of that, but I just want to say something as regard to the brother that called. This man we are looking at, it's not there to show you mercy. The man of Yozo and all the names that you mentioned, you know them personally. I don't know them personally, but Biafrans knows them and knows the activities. I'm glad you said that you guys went to welcome them. Until our leader came, we never knew that these guys are our killers. So you can see that the people that some of us we are eating with are evil men and women killing our people. I also want to emphasize on the particular commissioner of police. You have been warned. You know, I am now understanding the reason why our leader is speaking the way he's speaking. Our leader, if you listen carefully, he doesn't beg these people. He tells them authoritatively to back off, or they face, great consequence. They will have the ripple effect on these things they are doing. All that they are asking for, Janjaweed military cannot come from the northern part of the zoo or from their barracks to begin to kill civilians without the local people helping them out. So these men are the ones killing our people. They are not going to show you mercy. The reason why he was elected or selected is to kill the Igbos, the Biafrans. That's why they are doing it. So we have to do the needful. And also, Mazi, to conclude what I'm about to say, the clip you played showed about our leader. I think he was talking good of the former deputy Mazi Uchemefo, right?
Talking about him particularly, just in passing.
Yeah. It was showing respect, respect on the things that, our leader has a very good heart. And the time when this thing was going on, I am in the midst of the whole thing. So I saw that something was wrong. I want to use this opportunity also to let our people know that this battle is not over. Uchemefo he couldn't help it anymore. He came out. There are those in this struggle that are messing things up. Some of them have not manifested, but in due time they will come out. And I can tell any Biafran listening to me, I don't want to fight double war. I wouldn't fight my own people. But if someone is taking people for a ride or for granted, that is when I can let hell loose on anyone. Personally, I'm saying this. And anytime I say something, before I came to struggle, I will carry that thing out. And that is one of the reasons why I love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader. He doesn't miss with his words. And this nonsense must stop. Mazi, Iyke Peters, Ndewo.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. All right, there's an article here, something that I'm seeing in our leaders' page. It's quite long, actually, but I wish I had seen this earlier. I want to read it out. There are names here. Let me read it. I still have about how many minutes? About 10 minutes to go on this program. So let's see. See, this article is lengthy, I know, but for heaven's sake, just read it to the end. Roll call of all of promoters of Fulani conquest of indigenous tribes in Nigeria. There's a roll call here, all the names of all the Tirana position that we are in now. It said, if your village, city, or town is under siege by Fulani killers today, these are the people you should hold responsible. Here are some of the prominent names that helped send the late dead Muhammadu Buhari to Aso Rock. The first name here is Dr. Obi Ezekwesili, Fela Durotoye, Atiku Abubakar, Omoyele Sowore, Donald Duke, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, Professor Charles Soludo, Pastor Tunde Bakare, Pastor Sunday Adelaja, Father Ejike Mbaka, Professor Pastor Yemi Usibajo, Professor Tam David West, Professor Wole Shoyinka, Reverend Chris Okotie, Professor Pat Utomi, Nasser El Rufai, Dino Malaye, Lai Mohammed, Rocha Sokorocha, Rotimi Amechi, Adams Oshimole, Dr. Bukola Saraki, Aminu Tambuwal, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Rajai Fashola, Dr. Chris Ngige, Rabiu Nkwa Kwaso, Ibikunle Amosun, Ralph Adebesola, Fayemi, Sanusi Lamido, Deacon Femi Adesina, Pastor E.A. Adeboye, Pastor Kumuyi, Dr. Ugbonna Onu, Kenny Ogundikpe, Dato Adeneye, Magnus Abe, Dakuku Peterside, Nice, 9IC, Kenny Saint Ogungbe Brown, Tunde Disu, John Momo, Mgbagwe Ogun, Chamberlain Uso, Suleiman Adey, Ale Alaide, Monday Onyekachi Ubani, Ifi Ubani, Laborious Osuoma, Citizen Useni Jones, Radio Continental 102.3 FM, Joe Ibokwe, Dele Momodu, Ibike Dabiri, Professor Atahiru Mohammed Jaga, Muazu Emeka Ojukwu Jr., Timbers Silva ECT, Victor Ume, Wasiu Ayinde, Kwamwan, T.Y. Danjuma, Loretta Onochie, Jide Kosoko. Let us not forget former United States President Barack Obama and former UK Prime Minister David Cameron. These people and the entire RCCG, Redeemed Christian Church of God, actually believe that Buhari had what it takes to lead Nigeria into a first world. These people went to school, they claim they are educated. Many of them are professors. Some claim to have direct access to God. Some are gifted with prophecies. They read history. They understand international relations. They understand how societies work, or so we thought. They were more than 20 years old in 1983 when Buhari shot himself to power. They saw Buhari murder innocent Nigerians in 1983. They saw Buhari destroy the economy in 1983. They saw the role Buhari played in Abacha's government. They read all these threats of violence by Buhari against the nation. They saw Buhari harass Lam Adesina and Oyo State Governor due to Fulani herdsmen conflict with locals in Oyo State. They saw Buhari lead the Sharia protests that claimed the lives of innocent Nigerians in 2001. They saw Buhari and his minions open the gate of hell on innocent Nigerians when he lost the presidential election in 2011. If Buhari was not speaking and defending his Fulani heritage, he should be fighting to defend the religious heritage. Never for once did he defend Nigeria or give interviews on how to rebuild the economy, education, power, health, etc. They saw everything this man did. They knew him too well to miss the little details of his violent life. But they were united in hatred. Hatred for Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, one among the few Nigerian leaders that actually wanted Nigeria to work. Hatred because a unifying force to push forward a false narrative. They exploited his humility. They exploited his kindness. They exploited his humanity. They danced and made merry in Ojota. They ate, drank, and danced away the destiny of a nation. Saints, Tinubu, Amechi, Fashola, etc. led the chorus against corrupt Goodluck, quote and unquote the word corrupt, Goodluck Jonathan. Tinubu, a private jet owner and owner of Lagos. Amechi, a private jet owner and father of Buhari campaign. Atiku, a university owner paid with his civil service allowance, etc., wanted corrupt, quote and unquote, Goodluck Jonathan out. But the people did not see the moral paradox because you see, hate is an underlying factor. They mobilized thugs to stone a sitting president. Yes. They harassed his family wherever they went because they are from the hated minority who must not be king. For kings must come from the Fulani heritage or lineage. Jonathan is Ijo. Ijos should not be kings. Jonathan must not loot also, for looters must come from enablers of evil. They are intellectuals, amongst whom are pastors and prophets. Wisdom failed. Prophecies failed. WAEC issue a fake WAEC attestation to Buhari. It is possible many Nigerian intellectuals are working with fake certificates. A nation without conscience is a curse to its people. We all are standing on the podium of history. Humanity beckons. Surely our children will read the roles we played in the salvation or annihilation of humanity. Owana Udiodong, adopted by Etilo with a very few additions by me. Oh yeah, this was written by Owana Udoidong. This is interesting. Very, very good article. Very good article to use to close today's program. All right. Please stay tuned. Don't go away. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're going off the air this time. I've shut down all the phone lines. I don't think we need to take any more calls. Like I promised you, we have to, give away about 30 minutes of our time to be able to accommodate other broadcasters. From me, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. We are going away off the air, but please stay tuned. Don't go away because Mazi Alozie is coming in. I want you to remember that today, our leader will be on air by 7 p.m. tonight to speak to us, especially to speak to those in the Middle Belt and the Hausa speaking, those in the North, actually. We need somebody, the Middle Belt should wake up, produce somebody that will lead the revolution in their area. This is true. Because it's coming. Don't wait to be told. I know you already said you're not part of the North. We agree with you 100%. So you need somebody to stand in the front and lead the revolution that will change the lives of everybody. It is not just the Biafrans alone. It will change the life of the people that are entrapped in this giant prison built by the British government. Not the British people, but the government of Britain. They built that giant market, that giant prison that we're all clamoring to come out of. But you know something? We're coming out of it because Biafra is our religion. And Radio Biafra is where we worship. Join us again tomorrow at the same time. We'll be together As usual, please stay tuned, don't go away, because Mazi Alozie is coming in, USA 1. From here, from me, it's goodbye.